The June IIP numbers coming in at 7.1%. Of course, we were pegging a figure of 8.3% this time around versus 11.5%. That's, in fact, lower than the kind of estimates that we had pegged, in fact. And this is seen due to the lower base effect, in fact, this time around. And, of course, that level coming in below the kind of expectations. We will have the details coming out. But, Tanveer, of course, that number lower than expectations this time.
Yeah, I think the base effect playing itself out was almost factored in, but the number has come in way below what we were expecting. So we were putting the number at about 8.3. Let's see whether the market reacts to these numbers. It was expected to be the lowest number reported since July 2009. So, you know, there was a sense that perhaps the stimulus would be waning out and that would impact those numbers. We will see the breakup in just a minute. I think the manufacturing figure has come in at about 7.3. We'll see how the other entities or the other components have also performed. But keep it with the IIP numbers, and let's keep it with the market as well. Keep the graph of the index on you to see whether or not the market reacts to those numbers. The mining numbers would also be important. Electricity productivity has actually jumped about 3.5%, so there's a bit of a disappointment there too. But the market at this juncture is still holding status quo, about 0.5% lower as we speak. We will try and break up those numbers as we go along. But for now, the only update that we've got is that the June IIP number is at 7.1%. It's very, very disappointing given the fact that we were pegging the number at about 8.3 right now. The market is still down about 100 points. Should bring up a couple of those banking stocks, a couple of those manufacturing stocks and see whether there has been some reaction coming in there as well. Capital goods as a space is another one that we need to keep an eye out for as those numbers trickle in. As of now, the only number that we have is that of the overall IIP figure coming in at 7.1%, and we are looking at this compared to 11% in May. So the June IIP number has been disappointing. Like I've been telling you, we were expecting the numbers to be way lower than what we'd done in the month of May. We were expecting numbers to be at 8.3%, and 7.1 is a full 100 basis points lower than what we were expecting. So there was an expectation that the numbers would be disappointing, but whether this matches with what the street is, or is this something that the street can take, is something that we have to only wait and watch out for. Not that the market is reacting to these numbers just instantly. And how would you read into these numbers, Samiran? I mean, we were expecting numbers to be low. There was expected to be a seasonal adjustment in the numbers on a month-on-month basis. But 7.1, is that stretching it a bit on the downside?
No, actually our expectation was very much in line with 7.1. So I'm not surprised at all. The base effect would be strongest in this month of June. So to that extent it's fine. But even if you do this seasonal adjustment, on an annualized basis, industry is now growing only at about 6% or so. And that's something to worry about, because this trend has been continuing for some time now. What we feel is that the inventory restocking exercise and the pent-up demand of the crisis years, probably that's now almost out of the system. So we will see softer industrial growth numbers going forward as well.